Hi guys, thanks for clicking play. Welcome to episode 25 of Bringing Back Brum. Today we're off to South Wales to take on Swansea in the Championship. We've got a couple of results to run through after the intro. Before we get into the results, there is something to talk about regarding us leaving the EU. So there will be new rules that will come into effect at the end of the season, and there's suggestion there will be a new foreign player limit on squads instead of the current work permit system, which will change dramatically things really for most clubs. Not so much us, we don't really have foreign players, but those that do, it will get slightly tougher. Moving on to the results since we were last together. After the game with Ipswich, we drew with Barnsley 2 each. Brandon Barker scored his first goal for Birmingham City, only for Tom Bradshaw to equalise just after half-time. Billy Sharp put us back in front, but as you can see, Reece Burke equalised in the 95th minute. So whilst it hasn't happened a lot so far this season, the late goals are starting to creep back in again, which was very annoying because we probably should have won the game, although Barnsley did have more shots on target than we did. And last time out, we took on Norwich in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. Now, we had an early advantage given to us by Alex Tetty, an awful challenge. So he was sent off inside 20 minutes, but Sam Bullock put Norwich 1-0 up in the tie. James Wilson equalised with 25 minutes to play. He'd only just come on a quarter of an hour earlier. So the game went to extra time. Phil Jagielka scored his first goal for Birmingham to take us 2-1 ahead before James Wilson wrapped up the tie in the 117th minute. And we're going to see who we're going to play in the quarterfinals right now. So it's time for the Carabao Cup quarterfinal draw. Arsenal, Barnsley, us, Manchester City, Manchester United, Middlesbrough, Southampton and West Brom are the 8 teams left in the competition. Let's find out who we draw. So it's West Brom will take on Manchester City. Southampton will take on Middlesbrough. Barnsley will take on Birmingham City. That's quite good with Arsenal and Manchester United still to come out. So it's Barnsley for us in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. And that tie will be played on Tuesday the 18th of December. So just to confirm that draw with Barnsley in the quarterfinals, I'm happy with that. I think we can get through. So a semi-final place is up for grabs for one of the championship teams who are left in the competition. Looking at the league form, we are 2 points behind Derby. All teams are now level with the games they have played. If we win today against Swansea, we can go into second place. We can even go top with a win. Swansea are well down the table. They've had a shocking start to the season. You can't even see them, but they are down in 20th place. But they have been busy in the summer. Let's take a look at today's one to watch. One to watch. And today's one to watch is Dwight Gale. Now they've bought him in from Newcastle for a fee rising to £13.5 million. And I can see why. Finishing a 15, pace of 18, acceleration of 15. He's very much a championship player, in my opinion. Obviously, let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. I find that when he gets to the Premier League, it's probably a little step too far for him. And he's much better when he's a championship player in terms of scoring goals, creating chances. But he's got 8 goals in 14 appearances so far for his new club. He's definitely going to be one to watch today among a couple of others who they've managed to keep hold of from the drop down from the Premier League. And it's going to be a tough game in Wales today. So, taking a look at the match preview, Swansea are not in good form. Obviously, their league position of 20th suggests they're really not in good form. 3 defeats in 5, only 1 win as well. We have 3 wins out of 5, 2 draws in that time. But funnily enough, they're favourites at 6-4, 13-8 for us. So, again, the bookies are hedging their bets. Both sides like to play the same formation, so it will be interesting. Obviously, Brighton play Sheffield Wednesday and Derby are at Norwich. So, there is a chance, if we win today, we can go top of the table. And the two starting lineups look like this. So they start with Norvide in goal, Norton, Janssen, Spendoff, Olsen, Mercer, Carroll, Snodgrass, Lima, Baker with Dwight Gale up front. We would start with Johnson in goal, Colin, Morrison, Flint, Bryan, Davis, Keithenville, Adams, Dowell, Barker with James Wilson up front. It's going to be by no means an easy game today. Forget where they are in the table. They are still a former Premier League side. Results are not everything. So let's see if we can pick up a win in South Wales. And it's Dowell with a free kick. Sends it into the box. Flint heads it goalwards, but Norfeld puts it behind for a corner. Free kick. Bryan will take it. In it comes. Che Adams heads across the bar. David Davis puts the ball in the net. And that is no more than we deserve. And we are top of the league. So we are top of the league. It's a good free kick from Joe Bryan. Straight in the mixer. Che Adams is unlucky. Off the underside of the bar. David Davis is 3 yards out and puts it in. Barker looks for Wilson. Picked up by Dowell. Finds Wilson again. Onto Che Adams. It's good football. And it's 2-0. That is great football. No more than we deserve to be 2 up. It's lovely, intricate play. First Barker into Wilson. Dowell back to Wilson. Wilson through the gap. Che Adams will not miss from there. And that is 2-0 Birmingham City. Going long, Che Adams has beaten Olsen to it. Gets to the bar line. Wilson's there, blocked and out for a corner. Snodgrass. He's got Norton on the overlap. Can he find a ball in? Yes, he can. Dwight Gale is there and Swansea are batting the game. Very nonchalant play from the Swans, but good football nonetheless. We don't track a runner. Barker fails on that one. Norton is allowed to get the cross in. Said Dwight Gale would be deadly and has been. And Olsen picks up the loose ball and they're on the counter, Swansea. Looking wide for Snodgrass. Into Baker. Baker with the shot, but Sam Johnson with the save. Into Lima. Wide to Snodgrass. This time Barker's tracking Norton. Carroll. Tom Carroll is not renowned for his goal scoring, and there is why. And that is half time. We were comfortable at 2-0. At 2-1 we're a little bit more edgy. Dwight Gale getting them back in the game. But more of the same, please, in the second half, lads. Bryan with the throw. Into Dowell. Onto Barker. Gets the ball in the box. Olsen heads away. Davis into Keithenville. Bryan. Down the line for Barker. Barker gets the ball over Winter Wilson and 3-1 is the score. He's becoming a handy little player, is Brandon Barker. James Wilson restores the 2-goal cushion. But it's good football again round the box. Barker down the line. Cross. Wilson has them ones for breakfast. Corner to Swansea. Messer sends it over. Spendhoffen. Oh, free header. Let's have a look at a potential change, shall we? Keithenville's going to be the only man that's potentially going to come off. Played the game in midweek. Corey O'Keefe comes on in his place. Corner comes in. Dowell sends it over. Flint heads it goalwards and heads it over. That's a chance for Aidan Flint. 18 minutes to play. I think we're going to take off James Wilson. Give him a rest. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to come on in his place. Back fit again. Needs the minutes as well. And Jota's going to come on for Dowell. Because Dowell played in the cup tie. So he's played a lot of minutes recently. Into Gale. Mount with a shot. And that's only just wide. Norton with a throw. Into Lima. Flint sends it long. Looking for Calvert-Lewin. He's in behind his man. He's got a lot to do. Norvide with the save. Klukas looking over the top for Dwight Gale. He's in behind. Sam Johnson with the save though. Into Lima. Up to Mount. And that is full time. 3-1. Great result against Swansea. I know they are down low in the table. In fact, they've dropped into the relegation places as a result of today's game. The good result for us, Derby have not won. Derby have lost 3-0 at Norwich, so we jump up into second. We were top for a very long time, but Brighton managed to find a late winner with a goal from Diafra Sakho. But hey-ho, 29 points from 15 games. Lovely job. Well, I don't know about you. I thought that was all rather straightforward for Birmingham. That was very unusual. 2 goals up. Obviously they pulled one back, but we could have had so many more. And James Wilson's goal at the early part of the second half killed the game. Game over. 3 points in the bag. It's easy, this lark, isn't it? If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel and haven't done so, please click the subscribe button down in the corner. That was episode 25 of Bringing Back Brum. Comfortable win over Swansea. On to the next one. See you next time. Bye-bye.